He wasn't there, and that absence said more than any royal statement ever could. On Easter Sunday, the British royal family walked into St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, cameras rolling, crowds waving, smiles carefully placed. But one face was missing, Prince Andrew. And after everything that's come out in the last 2 months, nobody's pretending that's a coincidence. Let's go back. February 2025. Andrew, the man who spent years insisting he had nothing serious to hide, was arrested. The trigger? Released messages directly linking him and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson to convicted U.S. sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Not rumors, not tabloid whispers, messages. And just like that, the royal family's most carefully managed scandal became impossible to contain. Here's what the mainstream coverage keeps glossing over. This Easter gathering wasn't just a religious tradition. It was a signal, a very deliberate, very public signal about who still belongs inside the Windsor Circle and who doesn't. King Charles and Queen Camilla led the procession. Prince William and Catherine walked beside their 3 children, smiling and waving like the future of the monarchy they are. Catherine, by the way, was at this service for the first time in 3 years. She missed 2024 while undergoing cancer treatment. Her presence alone felt significant. The family is healing, moving forward. Andrew's absence felt equally significant. The family is moving on. Without him, the BBC described the gathering as slightly slimmed down. That's a kind of understated British phrasing that actually means a lot has changed and we're not fully ready to say it out loud. Sarah Ferguson wasn't there either. And it's not just the optics. She's reportedly been stripped of her Duchess of York title. A woman who was already navigating life post-divorce, post-scandal, post-bankruptcy, now faces this. Their daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, also stayed away. A royal spokesperson said they had alternative plans, which, in royal language, is about as close to "this was too complicated" as you're going to get. If you're new here, this channel covers the stories behind the headlines, the real dynamics, the real power plays. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what comes next in this royal saga. Because trust me, we're not done. Now here's a detail that caught my attention. Prince Edward, Charles' younger brother, quietly traveled to Sandringham this week to visit Andrew. The Sun reported it. And according to that report, Edward was the first royal to see Andrew in over 2 months. 2 months. Think about what that means. No visits from Charles. No visits from William. The man who once sailed through scandal after scandal with the full backing of the palace is now sitting in a country estate, essentially waiting. For what? A trial? A deal? Forgiveness? That part, nobody's saying yet. Meanwhile, King Charles is preparing to travel to the United States later this month. His first state visit there as monarch. At 77, dealing with his own health battles, still steering the institution forward. There's something almost cinematic about it. The king, heading to America, his disgraced brother, left behind in England. The monarchy has always been about the image of unity, the walkabouts, the church steps, the coordinated smiles. But Easter Sunday 2025 just revealed exactly how fragile that image really is. Because sometimes the most powerful statement a royal family can make is who they don't walk in with. The question now isn't whether Andrew's story is over. It's whether the royal family will ever let him back into the frame. And based on what we saw at Windsor this Easter, don't hold your breath. If this story had you thinking, drop your take in the comments. I genuinely want to know what you believe happens next with Andrew. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Inside FameVerse. New drops coming this week.